Hello, this is Dr. Davis Robinson, author of Discipline Your Motivation, Defeat Deterrence, Construct Confidence, and Believe in Yourself. No matter who you are, ever since you were young, you've always probably asked the question, what am I going to do with my life? What is my career going to be? What is my profession going to be? Some of you may have figured it out before you were 8 years old, or maybe before you were in the 5th grade, while others of us, we went through a discovery process and we're still maybe even trying to find out, what is our career going to be? What am I going to do with my life? And I think there are some things that we may need to consider when it comes to making those career choices. And I want to provide you with what I call the 4 P's of poor career decision making. And the first P is the prestige. A lot of us like to have that sense of being known and having that prestigious title and having that name known in throughout the community. Some of you may come from, lineages of doctors and lawyers, and you want to continue that. But just because it's within your family and it is prestigious may not necessarily where you're going to grow the most. The next is we base our decisions based on the power. We love to have power, but you may be in a role of power but not necessarily have influence and can get things done. And the other P, and it goes kind of hand in hand with power, and that is the position. You look for that, you want to be that vice president, you want to be the president, the manager, or the director. And while those titles may be good for you, and while you may be able to get some things done, if they're not drawing on who you are, if they're not pulling out the strengths and where your competencies really lie, then the position and the power may not be a good thing for you. And then the last one is the fourth P is the payroll. And I'm not saying that money is not important, but if you base your decision based only on the payroll, you may not be making the right decision. And a perfect example is I was doing a session with some teenagers and I had some careers listed on the flip chart, and I had the money or the payroll on the left side of the screen. And I asked them to look at this slide and to tell me which one of these positions should they go for, should they try to get a degree in. And everyone in the class, all of them picked the highest one, and the highest one was a neurosurgeon. And I asked them, I said, well, are these really related to what you do well, or are you just thinking about the money? And all of them said, you know what, I'm thinking about the money. And my purpose for talking about these 4 P's and making those poor career decisions is you can't just base them solely on that. You have to understand who you are, where your energy comes from, what do you do best, and then identify those careers that are really relevant to you. So when you're making your career decisions and you're asking those questions about the 4 P's, I also want you to continue to ask the question about this. Do you have discipline motivation?